if you plan on coming to Prime and my videos have helped you in any way, please feel free to use my driver code on your application. It might help you out. It definitely helps me out. The driver code is DAVIGR. Hi, this is Ross, and welcome back to Keep Moving Forward. Been a little bit since my update, but I am finally in my own truck. In my second load, which, by the way, I have been waiting for my loaded truck or a trailer for 28 hours now. Kind of ridiculous. Waiting on a Hershey's load. If I had known it was going to be like this, I would have passed this load up. It was paying good. I don't know that I could say that now, seeing as how I've been sitting and am now losing money. I could have already delivered this load. But, you know, it is what it is. Got off to a rough start with this load. Went to fuel. And, you know, my Love's card wouldn't let me do it manually. So I had to go in, or I had to go to the pump and scan my card. Second time it's done that. Not that big a deal. Just wondering why it won't. So I guess I need to contact Love's and figure out why I can't just do it through the mobile app. But anyway, I decided to go get something to eat. So I went to the restaurant. Went to sit down and caught the corner of the chair with the backside of my jeans and ripped the ass out of them. Not to mention that damn thing almost went up my hind end, and it wasn't very comfortable, I can tell you that. But knocked my drink over, almost fell out of that chair because I caught the corner of it. And, you know, they were nice about it, and they cleaned my mess up. It was at a Taco John's in the Loves in Jacksonville, Illinois. And got back out to the truck, and I thought, you know, felt awful breezy. And not only did I rip the pants out, it, like, ripped the whole backside of my underwear out. So basically my bare butt was hanging out the whole time. Didn't notice it until I got in the truck and put my hand back there. I'm like, well, shit. What can I say? Stuff happens out here. But the truck, you know, the truck is awesome. I got a 2026 Peterbilt 579 Epic Edition, whatever that means. But I tell you, leather seats, digital dashes, it's okay, it's a dash. The radio is awesome. It's got both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I don't have Apple, but I do use the Android Auto. I will say it is spacious, which is great for somebody that's 6'4" like myself. But there is definitely a lack of storage. Small fridge. When you get the Peterbilt, you're pretty much locked into having a small refrigerator. And I had to get the one that is made for this truck, which costs $750 at the Prime store. But, you know, it is what it is. I paid it. I had the money. I figured, why not? But to make up for the lack of space, I bought a dual zone cooler off of Amazon. If you're interested, I'll put the link up in the description, because, man, it is a beast. 79 quarts or liters, I don't remember. It's huge. But it has two sides. One side you can set to refrigerate, and the other side you can set to freeze. It goes from -4 degrees all the way up to 50 something, I'm not sure, but it's humongous, and definitely made up for the lack of space in the small fridge. Just a quick idea of what I'm talking about. Now there is the cooler, and it takes up a good bit of space. So you got to be prepared for that. Got the truck pretty much set up like I want it. You know, got my TV in, got the fridge, got a microwave / convection / air fryer, 3-in-1. That's nice, comes in handy. And yeah, other than that, there's not a lot to tell about the inside of the truck. I will show you a brief view of the inside of the truck, as well as a walk around of the outside of the truck. So for the inside, here's the dash. And the back side of the truck. There's the top bunk. You can see the microwave there. That white thing sitting on the bunk is the new router I got for my T-Mobile hotspot. Unlimited. Pretty good deal on it also. Under $100 a month. How I got my TV set up. And there's that small fridge. So basically that's what I'm working with on the inside of the truck. The cooler does take up a lot of floor space, but you can also sit on it. It is pretty, I can stand on it, and I'm over 300 pounds. So it's pretty sturdy. Got a little handheld Shark vacuum. What else have I gotten for the truck? I did get the CB Cobra 29. I hooked it up myself. And there is a trick to that for anybody that tries to hook up the CB inside the Peterbilt. Basically, you pop this whole thing off from here, and it goes all the way to here. It pops off, and once it pops off, there are 3 screws underneath here that you'll have to undo to slide out the whole tray, because some of the hardware for the Geotab is mounted in there, and that's the CB. But after you do that, you slide the tray out to get to where you put your power and ground at. It's not really that big of a deal, but it took me a while to figure out that I was going to have to take that whole sled out. But either way, I got that done. So on my second load, first load was on the caves, and it was heavy as shit. Luckily, all the scales were closed, because I was probably over, at least my right way was saying I was over on the drives. But we got her there. Pretty uneventful. It was a trip in the caves. I'm sure everybody that's done it is used to that and don't think nothing of it. But for me, it was definitely an experience. And then took it somewhere in Illinois. I forgot. Oh, Olney. To the Olney Walmart DC is where that went. And for the second load, I wound up picking it up. What is it? It's not that far from Olney. The name of the place isn't, it's escaping me right now. But this is the one that I've been waiting for over 28 hours so far to get the call that it's ready to go. I was able to drop my empty there with no problem, but just I'm waiting in the back parking lot of the little consignment shop. I did get a DeWalt drill out of there for 15 bucks. Can't beat that. But stay tuned and I will give you a tour of the outside of the truck. I will be right back. Well, there she is. Oh yeah, you couldn't be a trucker without the slides. Got to have the slides, or Crocs, whatever you want to call them. Also got both the small purple seat cushion, and I am sitting on the large one. Definitely helps if you got back problems.